What's up, everybody? So we got some more Scott Peterson news, and for the first time in a while, Laci Peterson's family has spoke out. First, we're going to talk about the DNA testing that Scott Peterson's attorneys, the LA Innocent Project, are looking to get done. They have finally agreed, the prosecution and the defense have finally agreed on a lab that will conduct the DNA testing. This first story is from KCRA.com and is linked in the description below. Scott Peterson defense prosecutors agree on which lab to use for DNA testing. And this happened yesterday on July 15th, 2024. The judge ruled on which lab will test the duct tape. For the first time, the lawyers on both sides agree on the lab Pure Gold Forensics, which is located in Redlands, California. Both sides said it will be neutral in its testing. The prosecution had earlier suggested that they use the same lab the Attorney General's office used for cases. The lab will first use swab testing to see what kind of result it could get, and then use the MVAC system. I believe that the MVAC system is a newer, I could be wrong, is a newer type of DNA testing, and I believe it is what Damien Eccles of the West Memphis 3, that's the type of testing he's looking to get done as well. Prosecutors were concerned that in using the MVAC system, the entire sample will be consumed and therefore destroyed. No date has been set to do the DNA testing. The second is a 1054.9 motion. The defense says Peterson is entitled to all of the prosecution's evidence, even if it wasn't presented during the original murder trial. The defense wants some 600 items of the material as they file appeals and push for a new trial. Scott Peterson's attorney believes a burglary at the home of Peterson's Modesto neighbor on Christmas Eve, the same day Laci disappeared, is connected to her murder. His attorney stated Modesto police only focused on Scott Peterson. The weird thing is, Scott Peterson did a lot of really odd things after he was suspected of committing this crime. All of the strange things he did tended to lead towards his guilt. But man, with the LA Innocent Project picking this up, it's strange. It's a very bizarre situation for me. I thought for sure this was one case where I was like, there's no doubt this guy's guilty, but I mean, the LA Innocent Project generally only takes on cases that they believe they can prove to be innocent. One would assume. I don't know. It's strange, but he did a lot of really weird stuff for someone that says they're innocent, says they had nothing to do with the crime. His attorney said there is a mountain of exculpatory evidence that appears to be missing and was never investigated and doesn't exist. Suppressed or lost or gone missing, she argued. She said she's worked in many California counties and has never encountered a district attorney's office that flatly refuses to comply with the obligation as the county that this is being tried in. The prosecution argued just because they want it doesn't mean they get it. It seems like I don't know. It seems like a pretty simple situation to me. If he's guilty, if they know he's guilty, why not give the defense whatever they want? And then they can just be like, see, I told you, he's guilty. Why would you hide or try to withhold things from them? Give them what they want. He's guilty, right? Like, there should be no issue there. It's weird. The deputy district attorney referred to the defense asking for all notes, reports, correspondence, communications, emails, voicemails, faxes, photos, audio, video, recording, written transcripts, and or other documents related to the case. And if the LA Innocent Project really wants all that, and they believe it's going to make him innocent, make them pay for it. It should be no problem. You want to prove your client's innocence, right? The district attorney stated they're asking for anything and everything but the kitchen sink. How is that reasonable? But before the county district attorney's office, prosecutors reminded the judge how Laci Peterson's family has been hurting for 22 years. They read a letter written by Laci's mother. It's been almost 22 years since I have seen or talked to my daughter in person. She and her unborn son, my grandson, were murdered by her husband. Laci was murdered by the man she loved with all her heart, the man she trusted to love and protect her, Scott Peterson. Since his murder conviction in 2004, he has been in court numerous times trying to get his conviction overturned so he can be released from prison. We endure the pain of reliving Laci's murder, ripping the scab from the wound with each attempt he makes for freedom. Scott Peterson continually claims to have new evidence that exonerates him, but none has ever been produced. He continues and is allowed to file claim after claim. I believe this is not about proving his innocence, but instead his relentless pursuit of freedom from prison. Laci's family and friends have also been in prison imposed by his selfish acts. We will never be released from our prison regardless of what happens in the future. Laci and Connor are gone forever. Our lives have changed because he murdered them. Why is he allowed to pursue having his conviction overturned time after time with evidence other courts have already denied? This is not justice for Laci and Connor. He is guilty of murdering them. When will this end? Laci's mother, and she signs it, her name, Laci's mother, Connor's grandmother. Whew, that's man, reading that stuff from family members of victims is really rough. It's easy for me to sit here and talk about it, but when you read something or hear something or see something from the victim's mother, how it affected them, the family, and everything else, it's really tough. But man, I am very interested to see what the LA Innocent Project believes they have, or believes they can prove, or what they think the prosecution is withholding from them that they can use to prove that Scott Peterson didn't do it. I'm still firmly in belief that he committed this crime. That's just my opinion, but it's strange to me that the Innocent Project is taking this up. They must think there's something. They must think there's something that proves he didn't do it. And I want to know what that is. I want to know what they think it is. Did Scott Peterson, is he really that good of a storyteller that he sold the LA Innocent Project on the fact that he didn't do this crime? Man, that would be bananas. That would be bonkers. Let me know what you think. Do you think Scott Peterson is innocent? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think there's a chance that they got it wrong? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.